What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Here we're gonna be doing the Q&A. You guys had questions. I'm gonna fucking answer them. All right. Now, let's get started. First of all, my best friend, Captain Morgan. And my second best friend, Stella, in a bottle, but the can, it'll do. Alright, let's get into some of these questions. Did you put your back dermal in yourself? The back dermals, I did not. I don't really think it's possible to put a back dermal in yourself. I will show you guys. My back dermals, they have healed quite nicely, considering one of them was coming out, and the piercer, I rebooked with them 3 times, and they canceled on me the day of each time. So I just said, you know what, fuck you. For some reason, professional piercers always do this. They tell you, like, yeah, if something goes wrong, you hit me up, we'll get you back and we'll fix it. Liar. So I fucking banged that thing back in. I taped it up for a couple days, and it's now healed decently. It's a bit sensitive. Have you had your eyebrow done before? I'm contemplating on getting mine done. I have had this eyebrow pierced 3 times. It does not end well for me, especially, like, I'm always going around in, like, mosh pits and stuff. Anytime it gets banged, it's, like, acting up for, like, a long period of time. And the first time I got it done, it had, like, a big bump, like, excuse me. Anyways, so after the last time, which was, like, just a couple months ago, I finally just said, you know what, I'm gonna retire. But I'd always had it here. I might try one, like, you know, like the ones that go here, right above your eye. Maybe that'll work better for me. But if you haven't had one before, you don't try it. You don't know if it's gonna work until you try it, right? So go for it. If it doesn't, sorry, excuse me, guys. If it doesn't work, just take it out. And, you know, I don't have much of a scar, so period. What is the most difficult part about being a public figure and people's demands? I know you say haters fuel attention, but what's truly the thing that you find the worst? Because you get all types of fans, creeps, haters. Secondly, what's the most rewarding thing about being a creator? The most difficult part, like somebody that struggles with mental health issues, definitely is like just getting up and feeling like I'm gonna make content for someone else to see, even if I feel like just being a sad sack of shit that day. It has sort of given me a little bit more of a purpose and a reason to, like, make myself presentable, because I'm the most active on Snapchat. As many of you would know, some of you might not, but you can follow me on Snapchat. I post every day throughout the day, and also I feel like the hardest part is that making sure, like, hey, well, my life's boring, I feel like, and I have nothing to show for it, blah blah blah. Well, that's not true. That's just what I tell myself. And people are like me out there, right? Like, there are people that have struggles just like me. There's people that are struggling worse. So me posting, and sometimes, you know, the posts aren't so good, but I do that for myself and for you guys. And many people have messaged me back saying, like, they appreciate the way that I portray my life in an honest light, not like, and yes, I'm perfect, my life is perfect. Ha! It's not like that. So that's what I find the most rewarding. And the most difficult part is, one, the posting. And I think people that, like, maybe don't have, like, a lot of comments or stuff coming in, maybe they don't even realize, like, there is a lot of hate. it's true. Some people can't handle it, and I think most influencers try to handle it the best that they can. And I don't even have like that many followers, but I have enough to have seen the type of nasty comments people make. And all I can say is that I don't let that bother me. I know that I may be a miserable person, but I wouldn't even stoop so low to go and comment on someone else's post and hate on them consistently. A lot of my haters are the same person. I see their comment, and I see throughout the months they've commented hate over and over again. And I thank myself that I am not that fucking miserable that I do that. I would never do that. So for those people, I take pity on you, and I hope that you can heal, because your words, they don't affect me, and they probably don't really affect anyone else, but you're putting so much negativity into your own life. Your life's probably very fucking negative. So that's the downside. But it's better to just remember, like, what they're saying has literally nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with who they are and themselves as a person. So I really don't let that get to me. Why do I go by Blackheart and not my real name? So obviously, like, I'm not just a social media influencer. This is not my job. I influence, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even consider myself an influencer, but I post on social media and I make content because it helps me get out of bed and try to be presentable. And also, I found that people find me relatable, which, like, you know, sometimes as a person that struggles with a lot of things, I feel alone in this world. Well, that's not true. That's just what I tell myself. And posting on social media has made me realize that I'm literally, not only am I not alone, there are so many fucking people that have the same, you know, thoughts and issues as me, that, like, we are now a community. And I feel like when I post and you guys reply, like, I feel like we're like a little friendship group. And the reason why I don't go by my name is because I'm still working, like, regular jobs. And yes, looking like this has its issues. So do I go to work like this? No. When I go to a job interview, do I look like this? No. So when an employer, they do background checks. When an employer would search up my name on my resume, do I want them seeing all of this and all of my shit and all the stuff I post online? I do not. Because I'm still trying to get professional jobs and just work regular shit. I'm not just a social media influencer who makes their money this way. That's why it's very important that you guys respect that privacy. And if I ever become a full-time social media influencer and this is able to be a sustainable job for me, I would release my name. Until that point, my name is not for your knowledge. You like what I put out, you like what I talk about, you like my content, perfect. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you know my name or not, does it? Who inspired your music taste? And who are your first favorite medalists? So when I was very young, what I can remember is, one, my dad had a CD we were not supposed to listen to, and it was Rob Zombie. Me and my siblings, I remember, like, we went in my dad's truck and played the CD. We must have been, like, super young, like 5, 6. We played the CD and it was like, you know? And that kind of piqued my interest at the time. And then my uncle, he was very much into, like, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Bon Jovi. And at that point, I was, like, probably 7. My mom got me an MP3 player. I have been putting up I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister, Bon Jovi songs, Rock Sugar, Rock Sugar was a band that was popular in the early 2000s that did mashups of rock songs. I had their whole album on my MP3 player. My mom would download all these songs for me. So I would definitely say like my uncle. And aside from that, I just kind of like went on my own. Like I would listen to my own music as a kid. Yeah. How are my cheek piercings? This one is perfect. This one is beautiful. She is healed up. She's fixed. Ooh, this one. Oh, right. We need to talk about this one. This one is gross. It has a pocket, a lymph pocket, which, if you know anything about cheek piercings, is extremely common. And it's pretty fucking hard to get rid of. I am waiting to go to a dermatologist to hopefully see that if I can get rid of it. I don't know, man. I don't want to retire my cheek piercings, so I'm really hoping that someone can help me. But yeah, that one's not so good. Have I had any encounters with moose? No, I haven't. But I've heard people tell me that, like, they are way fucking bigger than you'd ever expect them to be. And I would love to come across one because, you know, Canadian girl, obviously, I want to come across a moose. If I had the opportunity and funds to travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? I would go to, like, either Germany to see that ginormous castle. Like, I really want to see that. Or, like, Transylvania. What is that? In Romania. Like, I really crave to see that, like, old architecture. Like, the castles and the cathedrals that are just, like, so beautifully put together. I would fucking love to see that so much. What is the best platform to follow you and know when you're going to live stream? Also, I'm curious what you interviewed for. With much respect, Badass. Thank you. First of all, the best platform to follow me is Snapchat, because I post every day, and if I'm going to live stream on any other platform, I do let my Snapchat followers know that I'm going to stream, because that is where I post every day. Now, I stream on TikTok. I do not stream on TikTok very often, but I'm thinking that I didn't even know YouTube had a live streaming platform. I'm thinking that YouTube might be a lot better for my live streaming, because yeah, a lot of the things like I'll talk about and things I'll do on my live stream, it's not for children. It's not made, none of my content is made for kids to watch and to look up to me. You know, it's more for like adult relation. Like, you're an adult, I'm an adult, I have this issue, you have this issue. Let's fucking relate. And let's be fucking real. Right? So that is the best platform to follow me on, and then I will let you know wherever I'm going to live stream. I'm going to try to live stream on YouTube. I'm going to see how it goes, because I've never done that before. And what did I interview for? So if you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I said I was going to an interview. I went and interviewed for another bartending position. Unfortunately, they told me the hours, and it conflicts with my other job. So I told them, like, you know what, if you have something that opens up like during these hours, please consider me. Other than that, it's not going to work out, just because I'm not sure why they didn't put it in the ad, but it literally was the exact same shifts as my other job. So yeah. Would you ever be friends with people over the internet or just people in person? I actually think that I have gained some internet friends for sure. from doing like my social media and seeing other people do their social media, I have definitely gained some internet friends that, like, if I was in their area of the world or they came to mine, like, I would definitely say, like, hey, let's meet up. Like, come on, let's meet up face to face. There's definitely quite a few people I've met from Snapchat that I would be comfortable meeting. Majority of them are women, obviously, you know. Just like pure comfort. It's probably not gonna be a man. I've met one guy through Instagram that I would definitely be like, yeah, if we're ever cross paths somewhere, let's meet up. Even though he speaks a different language, he uses a translator to talk, I would still meet up with them because I felt like we've built a connection. And nothing creepy, nothing weird, but just like, you know. So yeah, I am open to internet friends. Obviously, people tread very lightly with that. Not everyone's going to be my friend, and I'm not just going to accept anyone to be my friend. It's very fine line. What's my sexuality? I've actually never talked about this online. I would say my sexuality is very, like, I don't really care for labels. But basically, just whoever is piquing my interest, whoever's personality is vibing with me, is like what I would go for. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a girl or a guy, or, you know, like a guy that dresses like a girl. Like, I don't think it really matters to me. Typically, I've dated men. Only men, but my interest is in, like, basically, you know, do we vibe? Period. There you go. What's my life dream? If you didn't have to work and pay bills like a normie and you could do anything you want, what would you pursue? My life dream, I actually kind of have two. So I used to do this a lot more. I don't do it at all anymore. I used to design and make clothing and sew them and, like, follow through with my designs and make that shit. I really like doing that, but it took up so much time, and, you know, I know I should continue and follow through with it, but I didn't. So I would love to be a fashion designer. Other than that, I would love to be a chef. I love to cook, and I'm good at cooking and baking, and, like, anyone that's tried my food will tell you that. A lot of people have said that, like, I give them something and they're like, this is the best whatever it is I've ever fucking tried. And I'm like, you know what? That's because I care, I take pride in my cooking, and I enjoy it. So those are two of my life dreams, which some of you would have never fucking guessed. I want to be a chef, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. What is this question? Sorry. Favorite anime? I would have to say right now, my favorite anime is either, well, it's tied. It's either Castlevania, which, I fucking love that show, but the first season, not Nocturne, or whatever it's called, and Death Note. I am in the midst of watching Naruto and One Piece. I know, 2 big chapters. But yeah, Death Note, fuck, I love that one. And Castlevania. I've been through so much trauma in life, I get hella depressed because of it. What do you do to deal with the pain and trauma? Wow, this is a really, really deep question. I also think it's really important to not pretend like, yeah, okay, my life's perfect. So I have been through a lot of shit in my life, a lot of shit I've never talked about online. Maybe one day I will, maybe I won't. I'm not really sure. I am the person to ask. I'm gonna be 100% real. I cannot give you any good advice on how to deal with your trauma, except for just try to do your shit you need to do every day. Like, obviously, I drink. If I'm feeling too much shit, I drink. And I am not saying that any of you should do this. I am not saying this is a good option, but I'm being real. I have a lot of issues, and I've been through a lot at a very young age. And yeah, I am the way that I am because of it. I just want you to know that, like, you have the strength to continue, and you should try to continue. And, you know, I actually have a lot of memory loss due to, like, whatever I've been through. So I think that that's protected me a lot. But I believe one day that those memories will reveal themselves to me, and I will be forced to deal with the things that happened and things, you know, that transpired. But I know I can't right now. So first of all, I'm sorry that you're going through that. But, you know, the fact that you're just going to ask that question shows me that you're a lot stronger than you think you are. And maybe trying to talk to somebody that you trust and opening up to them about, like, the way that you feel. And maybe sometimes, I know that sometimes when I remember something, just, like, saying it out loud, like, this happened. Get it out of my head, you know? Like, this situation, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say what happened. I'm going to say the way it felt, the way it made me feel. And sometimes that helps to get it stuck out of the, you know, trauma loop, you know? So yeah, I'm sorry I can't be, like, so much help on that one. But, I hope you're healing. And, yeah. Do I ever date older men? Pretty much every single one of my boyfriends has been at least 5 to 8 years older than me. So yes. What is my favorite thing to do in my spare time? Tattoo plans for the future. I'm planning to get a back piece, my whole back. What exactly it's gonna be? My thought was, like, a huge Grim Reaper holding his, like, scythe. Like, the scythe will be, like, on my shoulder blades, and the Grim Reaper will go, like, all the way down to, like, my ass. But we'll see. This is fucking chaos. We'll see what I actually decide to do. I have a lot of skulls, and I have oh, it is this side. I have a Grim Reaper already, so yeah, we'll see. So just yourselves. How do you get the motivation to do your shenanigans while maintaining a job? Because, girl, you're so blessed. I wish I had the energy you got. Okay, this is really actually an interesting statement. You're assuming that the things that I do, I just magically have the energy to do, and I'm blessed. I struggle a lot, but I know that in order for me to take care of myself and my pets, because I do live alone, I have lived alone for many years, I need to get up and I need to work. I am lucky on this part that my parents ingrained a fucking work ethic into me, which I noticed a lot of people don't have. I don't call in sick to work unless I'm literally on my fucking deathbed. I go to work if I'm sick. I try my best to never call in. I go to work every day. I get up. I struggle to get up, but I fucking do it. My dad is a hard ass, and he said, you go to work. We have shit to do. We got bills to pay for, and that is true. to get the motivation to do my shenanigans. Like, the thing is about posting online is it is true. You guys are seeing a sector of my life. I spend a lot of time in my bed and sitting on my couch doing nothing. Am I gonna post, hey guys, while I'm on my couch? No. I'm blessed to be alive? Yes. I'm blessed to be pretty much healthy? Yes. I am not blessed with motivation. I am blessed with a brain that understands what's going on around me and that I need to keep moving. Otherwise, I will lose my life, lose the things I'm doing. And it is hard for me. It's not fucking easy. But I know that I need to do it. So I don't feel blessed to have the energy to do these things because I don't. But I cope in my own ways. And, you know, obviously I'm not a healthy-minded person. That's just plain, square, and simple. So would I consider myself blessed? Absolutely not. But I do what I can and I do what I need to do to get shit done. So I hope that you understand I'm not coming into a place of defense, but that your perception of people might be completely incorrect. So try to motivate yourself, whatever that means. I don't know if you live on your own. To me, it would sound like you probably don't live on your own, because living on your own, taking care of your own shit, it really boots you in the ass to remind yourself, like, are you going to pay the rent this month? Are you going to eat this month? Are you going to have lights on this month? That is quite a kick in the butt of motivation. So anyone who lives on their own might understand that. And yes, sometimes it's a lot harder than others. But I still fucking do it, because at the end of the day, my pets, honestly, my pets are what fucking keep me alive. I live to take care of them and make them happy, and they in return bring me some sort of fulfillment. So yeah. On that note, what activities do you enjoy the most, and how old were you when you changed your style and became more alt? I guess some activities I enjoy will be like sewing, like customizing my clothing I like to do. And I don't have much hobbies, to be honest. How old was I when I changed my style and became more alternative? So throughout my high school years, I was alternative. I had a couple piercings in my face, eyebrow, septum, nose, smiley. I had blue hair, purple hair. You know, I was alternative in high school. Like, as much as you can be when you don't have money, right? Such. After high school, so that was like, I became alternative, I'd say, when I was like 15 years old. Going from just like being very basic to alternative. And then after I graduated, I completely stopped doing that. I took out my piercings. I started wearing color, pink, blues, a lot of light colors. I thought that that was the way like my life needed to be in order to progress. And as a young adult, fresh out of high school, the influences I had were telling me in order for me to get a job, for me to succeed in life, I couldn't look the way I looked. So I did listen to them, and I completely changed the way I looked. And about 2.5 years after that, I broke up with the boyfriend I had been seeing. I quit the job I had had since high school, and I completely snapped, like, fucking hard back into alternative lifestyle. Like, people were looking at me like, my friends were looking at me like, what the fuck just happened? So I snapped so hard back. I put so many more piercings in my face than I had originally, and I realized I was like really pushing down who I was, and trying to be what I thought I needed to be. So for the last couple years, for the last, I'd say like 2.5 years, so I'm 23 now. I was 17 when I graduated. I went on a streak of normalcy, complete normalcy, for I believe it was like 3 years. And then for the remainder of that time, for the last 2.5 years, I have decided to be true to myself, whatever that means in my life. I don't feel good repressing who I am at this moment in my life. So this is who I am. You know, people say, call me a poser, they call me whatever they want. I don't care. When I look in the mirror and see myself, I believe that this is the most accurate representation of myself I could be at this moment. And that makes me a little bit happier to live my life. Do I have Spotify or public playlists that I post my playlist? Yes, I do. I have Spotify. I'm going to try to attach it here somewhere if I can. But the username is Blackheart 00. Sorry, Blackheart 00. On Spotify, I have a lot of playlists. You can go check them out. Will you ever have a tongue piercing? I want to get a tongue piercing. The snake eyes, I believe it's called, but it's kind of hard to find a piercer that'll do that. And I am a little bit scared to do that one myself, but I might just bite the bullet and do it myself. Your favorite alcoholic drink? Well, I literally have them right here. Captain Morgan, I fucking love. Always. I like Disaronno also, really good. And Stella, generally in a bottle, but my favorite beer of all time is Corona. But as many of you Americans may not know, the Corona in Canada is made completely different from the Corona in Mexico and the States. It's no longer imported, and it's made locally in Canada from barley instead of corn. So it has a completely different taste. I fucking love the US Corona and the Mexico Corona. Favorite beer ever. We can't get that in Canada anymore. So I drink this, and when I go to the States, I stock up and get my Coronas. But yeah. Where do you get your low-rise black pants from? They're amazing. I'm assuming you're talking about like the baggy pants. Those are actually from Walmart, Hot Topic, Zara. I think those are other places I've gotten them from. As for tights, all my tights are from Lululemon, and I roll them over. Luckily, I did still keep some of my old tights that are from early 2000s from Lululemon, and they did make low-rise tights, and I do have some of those, so yeah. Why'd you get your feet tattooed if they're always covered? Why does anyone get a tattoo? Is it for other people to see? Is it for themselves? I think you should ask yourself that question. I can do whatever I want to my body whenever I want. You have no idea what goes on my body in places that are covered. Why would I do that? Because I want to. That's the only fucking answer I have for you. What's your opinion on Juice WRLD, and what made you want to stand out from others and be so strong? My opinion on Juice WRLD, I don't really know much about Juice WRLD, so I don't really feel like it's my place to talk. The few songs I have heard, like Lucid Dreams. I like the metal covers, and I don't mean any disrespect, so obviously whoever wrote that. Oh, I will say I did watch one video where it was him doing a freestyle for like 2 hours. I did find that very impressive. Don't ask me why I watched that video, but one person showed it to me and was like, we need to watch this, so I did. And I was impressed by how long he could freestyle. What made me want to stand out from others and be so strong? So, I don't think like my demeanor is like I want to stand out. I think my demeanor and the reason why I look the way I do and do the things I do is because, like, this is who I believe I am. This is the vision, like, I'm connected with. It has nothing to do with wanting to stand out. Yeah, in some places I do stand out. I'm not trying to say, yeah, I stand out, I'm special. But, like, in some places I stand out. In some places, you know, of the world, I don't really stand out. And that's never my mission, to stand out or to seek attention. I just want to be able to look in a mirror and see, like, yes, this is a line. This is me. I feel good. I feel myself when I look like this. And as for the being strong part of the question, I mean, the things that I've been through in my lifetime have led me to become a very strong-minded person, and, like, making sure that nothing will happen to me that I don't say or I don't go out of my way to do, right? Like, I will never let things happen to me again, or, you know, I've become very strong on my willpower, and, like, people see that. They say, like, okay, sometimes people think I'm a bitch because I say no to things. Or because I say I'm not comfortable with that. It could be literally anything. And I'll say, no thanks. No. You'd be like, why are you such a bitch? Sorry that you never clearly had anyone say no to you before. One thing you wish to accomplish in your life. I have no fucking idea, man. I guess, like, one thing I want to accomplish is, like, making my parents, like, really proud. Like, I know my parents love me and are, like, proud that I'm here today and the things I'm doing and that I'm self-sufficient. But, like, I want them to be able to, like, brag about me. Like, my daughter just did this. Like, yeah, she did. You know, and a lot of people say, oh, daddy issues, blah, blah, blah. Sorry to break it to you, both my parents fucking love me, and I could call them right now and ask them for help, and they'd come help me. So yeah. What did you think of Montreal? Coming from the girl you met go-karting. Oh my god! Okay. What did I think of Montreal coming from the girl you met go-karting? I fucking love Montreal. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. My ultimate goal is to get my ass over to Montreal. I want to move there. I don't speak French, but ultimately, if I can do, like, work from online, I want to move to Montreal. Best fucking place I've ever seen. Most inclusivity. Anything fucking goes. Clean city. I fucking love it. And you, I remember you. You're cool as fuck. And I hope you're doing well. What was my first tattoo? Where did you get it on your body? So this is my first tattoo. I intentionally put it on the back of my body so that if I hated it, I wouldn't see it every day. I don't really like it anymore, and I learned that when I got my dermals that the girl put it crooked, and it was not as low as I wanted it to be. So I'm not really happy with it. But I mean, if I hadn't got my first tattoo, I wouldn't have had any of these. So yeah. When's the tattoo ready? So I guess I can't really show you guys right now, but I did start a tattoo on this leg. That's like the entirety of my upper thigh, or the entirety of my thigh. I did it on live stream. When is it ready? I just took the second skin off today, and I might work on it tonight. So yeah, if I do, like, I would live stream that, so you guys would probably already see that by then. But anyways, yeah. Have I ever had a body shot done? Have you ever had a body shot done on you? Actually, no. I'm pretty sure no one's ever taken a body shot on me. Huh. How are the cats, and do you plan to get more? So, I fucking love cats. Obviously, I have 2 cats. Mimi and Baby are their names. Baby is a kitten. She's newly introduced, and they've become best friends. I love to see it. They're doing really good, and yeah, after I got that kitten and saw how good it worked out, I really wanted to get another one. I started looking for another one, but like, I really can't because of my apartment rules. I really can't. So I'm gonna try to hold off on another cat. What are you sharing on YouTube? You know what? I'm just gonna share like whatever I feel like. I feel like I can post like a lot more without restriction on YouTube. So yeah, we're gonna kind of see where this goes. Probably a lot of chats. Hopefully a lot of live streaming. I love to live stream. And yeah. Basically, I'm gonna go with my followers and like, what do you want to see me do? I'm gonna do a bit of me, but aside from that, what do you want to see on here? I'll do it for you guys, of course. How many tattoos do you have? Fuck. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where else do I have tattoos? Oh yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, you guys are gonna see a bit of the foot. There's a couple on there. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then I have this absolute beast I started doing. This huge fucking piece. Don't even look at it. I did it hammered. It's not the best, but when I black it out, it'll come together. What number was that? 28? I don't even know. I don't remember, sorry. So whatever number I said, plus 1. So it was like 27, 28, 29, I think. Anyways, guys, that's all the questions I'm going to answer for today. If you guys want to see another Q&A, you guys can definitely ask more questions below. And yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions. I'll try my best to answer them. If there's anything you guys want to see, you know, obviously, let me know. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate all the support. Please like the video, wherever that's going to be. Maybe here. I don't know how it works. Like